You gotta love it here in Minnesota. It's May 14th and we're having some passing snow flurries, and it's gonna be 30 degrees overnight for the next couple nights. Up here on the hill where we had the sand and the 2 years of no-till corn on corn, and trying to get the planter going. Liking it. I'm really liking it, actually. It's not 100% perfect if you're used to full tillage where you have just absolutely perfectly clean fields, but it's getting it done. For our first year, there's some adjustments and fine-tuning to make on both machines, the planter and the strip till machine, but yeah, it's working good. I like it. Kind of happy, you know. It's nice when a plan comes together. The one thing I would change is more of a floating row cleaner on the planter, and then maybe some coulters ahead of the row cleaners on a strip till, like here where you get just these heavy spots where I had stopped to investigate the combine. You know, you're checking your combine as you're going along, and you get that spot from the back axle of the combine where it's just heavy residue, but there's no seed on top of the ground, so that's a good sign. So we're not hairpinning a lot of residue. There's some volunteer corn seed there, a couple kernels dropped from last year. The seed is, you know, the ground, you know, like the normal seed bed, it's very soft, but it's firm. Instead of soft, let's say mellow. That's the problem up here in the no-till, is that if we can get to the ground here, all this trash is just wonderful. The problem with the no-till coming through here is the ground is so soft that the coulters of the planter, the V-openers, would push the residue, and even the row cleaners would push the residue into the soil instead of cutting it and moving it. And so we had a lot of stand issues up here. But in this strip, he ran, I think the strip to the left of the tractor last year we had a test plot up here, and he ran 208 bushels to the acre no-till corn on corn in eastern Minnesota. And boy, we were just laughing at that one. The year before, 2014, was the worst year everybody says we had, and this field ran 140 bushel no-tilled into bean stubble at that point. And so in this drought-prone soil, a wet, cold year is not the worst thing in the world. A wet, dry year or a wet, hot year is just that much better. But no, it's coming around. I'm liking how everything is turning out, and overall pretty pleased. So we'll see in a few weeks how it's looking. I think we're going to have a tremendously increased improvement in germination and stand quality. We had a lot of loss because of no-tilling into this. You'd get a piece of residue and the planter rides over it, and pretty soon it starts riding up on top of the residue, or that stalk gets pinched into the row and the seed lays on top of this residue, and water just comes down the stalk because it's sticking out of the ground, and the seed is on there, and so that seed pretty much dies because it's open to oxygen in the atmosphere, and it's not tucked in the soil nicely. And so we had a lot of inconsistent stands last year when we no-tilled into this. If you got too close to the row with the planter, that row unit would start to bounce off the stumps, and it wasn't pretty. And so I think this system's going to help us vastly improve the efficiency of the farm for as far as horsepower moving across our acres, and with our fertilizer. Maybe a guy can start making some money in this business.